Hi everyone, welcome to our first Drums Alive online class. For some of you, this might be your first class with me ever. For others, you've done this with me before, maybe once or twice, but this is our first one online as a group. Okay, the equipment that you will need, ideally, is an exercise ball, a utility bucket, and drumsticks. I know a lot of you at home don't have some or any of this equipment, so if you don't have a utility bucket, you can use a laundry hamper. That is fine. If you don't have an exercise ball, you can use something smaller. I'm sure some of you guys have like a beach ball or something like that at home. If you don't have sticks, you can replace that with a set of spatulas or some pencils or anything that is stick shaped that you can get your hands on. If you don't have any of the equipment, that's okay too. We can also drum in the air and pretend like we have the equipment with us. So not to worry if you don't have any of the equipment, you can still join along. For those who are new and do have a set of sticks, I'm going to show you the proper way to grip them. You want to hold them from the lower, we'll say leave about a quarter of the stick hanging below each of your hands, and the rest of it's going to be sticking up this way. And when you grab the sticks, what you want to avoid is pointing your fingers, so you don't want to be pointing. You want to have all your 4 fingers gently wrapped around the stick, and your thumb is going to be on the other side. You are also creating a V shape in both the right and the left hand. When you are moving your sticks, you want to have enough space in your hands for the sticks to be relaxed, and you can kind of wiggle them around. You don't want to be clenching them because that will create a lot of tension in your arms and making more energy to produce when you are drumming. So they should be nice and relaxed when you are gripping them. Some other important information before we get the show on the road is 1, you should wear comfortable clothes. As you can see, I look like I'm ready to exercise because Drums Alive is really a cardio workout. You will be sweating and feeling tired. That is normal. Cardio drumming requires a lot of energy. Next, you also want to make sure that you have enough space in the room that you are working in. So I recommend either you can go outside and work on this, or you can use your living room like myself, or a garage, just somewhere where you have a lot of space to jump around and move your arms and not hit anybody or hit any objects. Third, I want to stress and emphasize that this is not a drum lesson. So if you have taken drum lessons before and have learned a certain style of drumming, this is totally different. This is really for movement of your whole body, which is not something that regular drum lessons necessarily requires. Next, if you are doing this with more than yourself, make sure that you are spread out in a way where you're not going to hit the person to your right or left. The last thing we want is somebody to get hurt. So make sure that you have enough space. If you are using exercise balls, the space that you need should be enough for you to be able to walk through them. But at the same time, you should also be able to reach from one side to another. So that will give you your spacing. So about 2 feet in either direction. We're going to cover a couple of more safety tidbits before we get started as well. If you are next to somebody, make sure that when you're drumming, when you're hitting the ball, or if you're using just your hands without any equipment, that you keep all of your movement relatively in front of you. So what we want to avoid is bringing our sticks way out here. So when my sticks are at this angle, I am more likely to damage something or hurt somebody. So keep everything to the front. And last and most importantly, have fun. This is all about having fun, letting loose, and getting your drum on. We're gonna do some stretching. It's very important to make sure your body is loose and ready to go. So, what I want you to do, first, put one hand on the ball, or if you need something to balance with, put your hand on that. We're gonna start by stretching our quads. I that we'll be using throughout our Drums Alive workouts. You're going to grab your sticks, or if you don't have your sticks, that's fine. You're just going to pretend like you have sticks. You can either hold on like this or use a flat hand. The first movement we are going to cover is called a double. You're going to take both sticks and you're going to hit the top of the ball, and we're going to go in a nice even movement. Again, this is called a double. And you want to make sure that both sticks are hitting the ball at the same time. So we don't want this happening. We want them nice and together. The next movement is a left hand single. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to hit just with that on the top of the ball. You can either have your opposite hand up or down, completely up to you. I usually prefer having it up. And we're going to switch to the right hand. The next movement is called an alternating. So instead of having the sticks moving together on the ball, you're going to hit one at a time, just like this. So I'm going from right and left, right, left, right, left. Great. Now we're going to hit different parts of the ball. So I can hit the top like we've been doing, but there's all different surfaces on this ball. If I was to say front ball, you would take both sticks and hit the front. Just like a double, but instead of on the top, you're leaning forward to the front. And just like the opposite, for a back ball, you're going to go to the back. I can also hit the sides of the ball, which is what we're going to call a side ball. Just like this. So it's like a double, but a bit wider. Now when you're bringing your sticks out, make sure that they are not extending beyond a 45-degree angle. So I don't want to extend way out here to be hitting the side ball. Keep everything more towards the front. Great. The last movement I'm going to show you is what we call a chug or a click. You're going to take your hands and you're going to put them up and click your sticks together, just like this. If you don't have sticks, this is a great opportunity where you can lift your hands up in the air and you're just going to clap. All right, let's add some music. All right, everyone, we're going to start with just some doubles. As you're doing these drumming exercises, keep your feet wide apart. Now add a little bounce. Feel that 2 clicks. Double and click. Double, click. When you're doing the doubles, add a little bit of a bend. We're going to switch it to 4 doubles and 4 clicks. Here we go. 4 and 4. Again. And 4. Last one. Now we're going to go back to 2 of each. Ready? 2 doubles, 2 clicks. Double, click. Now let's do 1 of each. So just 1 double and 1 click. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, switch. 1. Now as you're doing this, start leaning to the right and the left on the clicks. 5, 6, add a lean. Really dip the bow. Now we're going to do a combination of 4 front ball and 4 back ball. Here we go. Front and back. Front and back. 2 more times. Front, back. Now we're going to add a side ball. We're going to do 4 front, back, and 8 side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Front for 4, back for 4, and 8 side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try it again. 4 front, 4 back, and 8 side. Last time. We're going to go back to doubles. Here we go. Doubles. Now we're going to do 4 doubles, 2 right singles, and 2 left singles in 5, 6, 7 doubles. 1, 2, 3, right, left, and doubles. Right, left, doubles. Right, left, doubles. Right, left, doubles. We're just going to stay on doubles now. Good. The first one is what I call the double lean. Just like it sounds, you're going to start with the double, 1 double, and you're going to lean over to one side. You're going to have, if we lean to the left side, you're going to take your left leg, lean it with a side lunge, and take your right hand and stretch it over. So in motion, it looks like this. Double, lean. You're also going to do that to the other side. Double, lean. All together. Double, lean, double, lean. Double, lean, double, lean. The next movement I'm going to show you guys is called a crossover. So if I had a right hand crossover, you're going to take your left hand and place it on the top of the ball, and you're going to leave it there. With your right hand, you are going to hit either side of the stick, kind of like a pendulum. You're swinging back and forth. while you're leaving the other stick on the ball. Now if I say left hand cross, you're going to switch, and now your right hand is on the top resting, and your left hand is now crossing back and forth. Left, right, left, right. The last movement I'm going to show you is called the double hit. You can use 3 balls, but it does not require for you to have them all. If you only have 1 or none, that's okay. I'm going to show you the double lean with the 3 balls, and then I'll show you what it would look like without the 2 on either side. Double lean or double hit is going to be 2 doubles on yours. 1, 2. You're going to lean to the right and hit the ones on your right side. 1, 2. Come back to yours in the center. 1, 2. And then lean to the other side. 1, 2. All together. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, if you don't have 3 exercise balls, that is okay. You can either clap or click. So you can go 1, 2, click, click. 1, 2, click, click. Okay, get ready to start with some crossovers. We're going to do a left crossover first. So put that right stick on the ball and cross with the left one. Here we go. As you're crossing, you can move your body with the stick. So I'm moving my whole body from the left to the right. Get ready to switch. Here we go. Switch. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already getting really warm. Back to a left cross. Switch it to a right cross. live video. Next week, we will be building off of the movements that we learned today, and we will be adding more steps in addition. All right, have a wonderful Easter weekend, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.